Tell us a little bit about your character, who you play on the show, and what the show is about.
Hey, cool. I play the character Taryn. I am Vinnie's next door neighbor. I am, fresh off a really bad breakup, and I moved next door to them. And initially, I play Vinnie's love interest, and initially I reject him pretty intensely. And then, as the show progresses, and you see this in the pilot, I form a bond with the two, with Vinnie and Wendell, and become a part of the family unit.
So, how does this character compare to the previous characters you played before?
What's really interesting is I've played a slew of different types of people that are pretty far from myself, and this character I would say is the closest thing to who I am, and that's really cool for me. I mean, she's definitely different. She's definitely a bit more neurotic, a bit more excited about little things, but very, very similar to me, and it's really fun to play with that and find new nooks and crannies of the character. So yeah,
What can fans expect to see this season?
a lot of heart, a lot of laughter and heart. The show is really what I love about the show is that it's so funny. And then, but it always has a really great moral to the story at the end of each episode. As the scripts come in and as we continue to read them, there's always something to be learned by the end of it, and something that pulls on your heartstrings. And I think that's what makes it so good and so accessible. I think to a wide array of audiences. And but I would definitely say the one thing is that a lot of laughter, a lot of heart.
Now, with a cast like Jerry Trainer and Nicole Sullivan, there's bound to be some pranking. Have you experienced any of that?
Pranking. What's funny is, we're still new. It hasn't really happened yet. But one thing that's really funny, and I know that you had mentioned earlier that Buddy Handelson had mentioned that he had done a bit of pranking. He hasn't really gone as far as what he's capable of. Don't let that little sweet face fool you.
So, why should people check out the show?
The show is going to be amazing. I mean, I'll reiterate what I said before. It's because it's a lot of heart and funny. I think that what pulls you in is the laughter, and then at the end of each episode, there's something that that affects you in such a way, because Buddy Handelson and Jerry Trainer are such a dynamic duo, and then you've got Nicole Sullivan, who's one of the funniest human beings I've ever had the pleasure of working with, and it's going to be really awesome. I think it's going to be received really well.